A final farewell this morning to a legend. Funeral services will be held for Lee Iacocca, the man who saved Chrysler and the jobs of thousands of workers right here in Metro Detroit.
Iacocca famously pulled Chrysler back from the brink of bankruptcy, prevented disaster in Detroit, and turned the automaker around. It's a move that secured the future for families all across Michigan, and today they're showing their gratitude. 7 Action News reporter Matthew Smith joins us live in Bloomfield Hills, where that funeral mass gets underway in just a few hours. Matt.
And believe it or not, we've already seen some people arriving here at St. Hugo of the Hills in Bloomfield Hills. And we know a lot of people do intend to come here. Just on Tuesday with visitation, we saw so many people with an outpouring support because they think of Iacocca. Well, they actually think of food, jobs, money on the table for their families. And this is one last opportunity for folks to say goodbye.
Oh, one more thing. If you can find a better car, buy it.
Whether you remember him as a TV pitchman or the guy who brought the famed Chrysler brand back from the brink of bankruptcy, chances are you've heard his name, Lee Iacocca. It's not hard to see why. Iacocca became a household name in the 70s and 80s and was the only person to run two of the big three automakers in the modern era. But speaking with those who were affected by his moves, you realize that he meant more than solid bottom lines for companies.
He saved our pensions and our jobs. He was like an uncle to me because he cared about people.
That reaction from retired auto worker Ronald Schneider seems to sum it up. In Michigan, Iacocca's name is synonymous with jobs, putting food on the table for families. Former Governor Jim Blanchard said it best on Tuesday.
Lee Iacocca was the right man at the right time in the right place. He helped save thousands of jobs in the United States and in Michigan and Detroit, and we will be forever grateful.
And today he'll be remembered here at the St. Hugo of the Hills Church in Bloomfield Hills, where he'll be memorialized before a burial in Troy. Friends and family on hand to say one last goodbye to Iacocca.
Yeah, such an incredible life. Matt, are there any memorials planned elsewhere in Metro Detroit for Lee Iacocca?
Well, one of the most visible is actually going to be at the Chrysler World headquarters there in Auburn Hills. They're going to keep that Pentastar lit all the way up until midnight today. That is in honor of Lee Iacocca. If you drive by, you'll certainly see it.
Yes. All right, Matthew Smith, thank you so much for that live report.